guys, what's going on? Fun My Pawn here, and welcome back to Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. Since we last left off, if I do recall correctly, we had departed from the village and started doing quests nearby, and overall just started building our way through, just getting some combat in, doing some punching, you know how it is at this point. For today's stream, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be addressing the problematic druid who seems to be dealing with the nymphs. I don't know whether that's going to be a whole overarching thing. I don't think it is, because last I recall, when I played this before, it was just a one-time thing. But rambling aside, we're going to get through that. We're probably going to explore around the area a little further, see what we find, maybe get a whole bunch of cheese and just start power gaming a little bit just to get some more power, but I don't think I'll do that, but we'll get to it, essentially. But I digress. Without further ado, let's just get into things and see what happens. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna get into things and see what happens, because yeah, first and foremost, before I do continue on today's stream, I should say, thank you for all of your support on Kick. We've managed to finally get over to 100 followers, which is amazing. I appreciate all of you watching my stuff and, you know, coming in, and even if it's only for like a few seconds, I really do appreciate, you know, popping in and supporting my stuff. Same for those of you on Twitch who've managed to get up to, I believe, 74 followers, which is pretty nice. And obviously, the biggest thanks goes to YouTube, which has managed to reach 150 or so followers, I believe. I think 152, I think? I'm not sure on the specific number, but all the same, I appreciate you all. Thank you for supporting me, and let's actually get into things. I've said my beasts. Alright, so we're going to get into the sacraments, and we'll also deal with the enemies here. Forget how fast it is to take out enemies.
Short work.
Good God. Yeah, that's very fast attack speed. I keep forgetting that's a thing. It's ridiculous. I don't know how to react to that. That was insane. That was very fast. Oh, hello. Oh no. Hold on. Oh no. Please don't tell me that guy's gonna come down. Hello. That's a bit concerning. Ugh. Well, hopefully that isn't going to be a danger for us, at the very least. I'll pop this. And then we go up here to engage with these individuals. Okay. Grab what we can. And off we go. Take Bloodsting, whatever that is. Okay. Then we march our way up here. And this is where the druid is, basically. There we go. Bayblood. Bayblood. button mushrooms. And I do believe... let's save here. Now, if I recall correctly, you can talk to this, you can make an offering, and you can quite literally offer whatever you want. Let's just try a marrow gas dye, for example. By doing so, you can basically sacrifice ingredients for experience. You don't have to do it, but it is there if you want to make a sacrifice. I'm not sure how many sacrifices you can do here, but I'm sure there is some merit or reward that you get from doing so. But we'll have to see. Time will tell. But for now... Okay. There he goes. Ah, hello. Peace. Alright, there we go. Oh, hello. Gotta take care of you. So yeah, that's a word stump. Word stump is basically a very poisonous individual that has a whole bunch of wordwood, a whole bunch of chaos, essentially. We're gonna take the Poison Knights here, because they do provide a high value for what they are. And yeah, all in all, it's not that much of a danger if we consider everything. Let's see. Grab what we can here. We'll start chopping some lumber here, because you never know when we're going to need more lumber. And at the very least, we could use it to maximize our crafting? Handcrafts? I do believe we are at max, though, for handcrafts, so it doesn't really matter whether we do so or not. Thanks to the word arrows just literally being the most overpowered, it's quite easy to just level yourself up. So, you know, it works out. We'd go over there, but we can't actually reach that. But we can take Morgaine's Sensor, which will increase our max mana permanently. Which isn't really good for us right now, but it is an option available to us in the future. I'm sure in due time. Alas. Magic regeneration, stamina regeneration. Never hurts. We will pass on some monster blood to get a whole bunch of experience for our troubles. And what's this? A complete prohibition on entering the Tower of Madness is hereby declared. The tower before you once served as the Kunok's Watchtower, constructed by the decree of Palamedes, founder of the Tarian family. Travelers from across Avalon would gather to behold its majesty and unique architectural marvels. The current state of the tower is a result of intensifying wordness. None who have entered the tower after wordness have returned alive. Thus, we have renamed the watchtower to the Tower of Madness. So basically, don't go in here. And unless we get the shield power, we won't be able to go in there anyway. So it is worthwhile to get the shield power before we start attempting to go in there at all. But hey, now we can deal with the sacrament situation. I believe we just have to go right back over here. And let's see. Okay, I think I have to sack a Feyblood. I mean, I get an experience, but the target is currently not present. Hold on. Alright, quests. Here we go. I guess it's in the misc category. Here it is. A hanged corpse spoke to me, asking if I could banish the druid spirit nearby, but only after nightfall, which is after nightfall. That's a really weird situation. I guess it's... This guy's not spawning for some reason. One second. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, weird. Okay, well, I asked that. Yep. Fail drop an item called Phase Blood. Face the druid spirit called the... Yep. The player will have to come at a later time. Okay. Alright. So I had to check just to be sure. Apparently, we may need to wait. Let's rest for a single hour to see what happens. And bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. Hoorah. But yeah, getting ambushed here will result in you dealing with that dude. And we've completed the Lustful Sacrament quest. There is also a quest over my dead bodies, and Daenerys has asked me to find the alchemist Kalen and uncover what he's experimenting on. That shouldn't be too impossible to do, considering he's just nearby. But before we do, obviously, we want to get as much of this essence as possible from the weird spirits. There we go. And then all we do is... Well, you know what? Before we do, let's just turn in this druidic quest. Because, I mean, obviously we've got to. Take the potatoes as well, because, I mean, there's no reason not. Man, 64 athletics already. Dang. Hello. I got rid of the druid.
I know. I saw that. Beautiful. Truly beautiful. I can't exactly repay you for making my life better, but I can give you directions to a certain stash I've prepared for myself for the darkest hour. It won't be of use to me. Just remember you'll need a shovel.
Sounds good.
Thanks once again. And if you'd be so kind, I'd be really grateful if you could come by from time to time and get rid of those corpse eaters that swarm around here. They keep trying to bite my toes off, and it's really unpleasant.
Yeah, I'll try to make that happen. Alright, there you go. Well, with that, we can now go over to Over My Dead Bodies quest, and we'll see how that pans out. It looks like we've got an option available to us here, so we're just going to go over there, check it out. Nor the Penny Bun Harvester. The crit's going hard. Oh, hello. Hoorah. Not bad at all. Although, looking at the sites here, I do question what things were here before. Damn. Hey. Okay, well, there you go. Oh, Nature's Caress. That's a good spell, I believe. I got a reinforced chest here. I guess I can do some breaking of lockpicks here, up until the 20 points here. No reason to not get our theft level up, after all. It is extra levels after all, and why not, right? You know what? Let's just save it for 30 and then we'll go from there. There we go. Okay, what's this? Okay, so far so good. Got a skelly boy. Hello. How are you?
Greetings, stranger. May the word bless your day. Is there something you need? A warm meal? A place to rest? Or perhaps you're in need of a weapon to bolster your courage as you travel through these dark and troubled lands. I haven't gathered much, but you might find something useful here.
You speak of the word. Are you a member of the Red Church?
At the end of his papacy, the 18th Pope of the Red Church issued the papal bull of calling. It's truly a sacred scripture. I often find myself going back to it, as the word therein moves me deeply. Out of all the verses, these are the ones that resonate with me most. May all those called by the word never be forsaken by it, If your way of the word leads you through thorns and whips, embrace it and become an inquisitor of penance. If your way of the word is that of a sword, blood, and fire, shed the blood, fuel the fires, and become an inquisitor of pain. I have been called, so here I am, and this is my truth.
So you're an inquisitor?
Unless my interpretation of the papal bull of calling is wrong, then yes, that's an apt description of what I do. Therefore, if it's words of comfort you're seeking, I'm afraid you've come to the wrong person. I don't perform priestly duties.
I see, but that's fine.
Certainly.
For what he has to offer, there's a number of things, but the biggest thing out of anything is the 2 summon spells that he provides. I'm just going to grab these because I can, but these are some very strong summons that you can actually get ahead of time. And I would highly suggest you get them solely for the fact that they will help you quite a bit on your journey. If you're not playing a summoner, you probably don't have to buy them, but it is worth considering how useful they are. I'll sell one of the Gladiuses, we'll sell one of the Great Swords. Or the Poison Knight Great Swords, anyways. We'll sell the Great Club. Sell this. We don't really need the Copper Arrows, so we can sell those. We don't need the normal Poison Arrows. We keep the Iron Sharpened Arrows and the Word Bone Arrows. Because obviously we do. If there was a sorting type for A to Z, that would be nice. I think that's the only thing I have like a tiny gripe with, but it's really minuscule compared to everything that you can get here. But I digress. Rambling aside, we're doing quite well for ourselves. So far, so good. We'll sell all these miscellaneous, because we don't really use consumables. But there's enough consumables here that you could probably do a consumable run if you tried. I would imagine that's possible anyways. Other than that, we don't really need to sell anything else, so I could sell that. That look decent and unexceptionals. We'll keep the good, exquisite, immaculates, because those can be useful later. Alright, let's go. Fare thee well. And we are met with these guys. There's absolutely no chance. At least we leveled up, which gives us some more power. Can't be bad. Attribute-wise, what were we leveling? I can't remember. Well, the ideal would be endurance, wouldn't it? Because we do need to eventually get to an endurance of 15, if I'm not mistaken. But it could also be dexterity. I could be wrong on that. So let me actually check. Let's go into inventory. Let's start by checking gear. Yeah, whatever was special about this armor is no longer present. So unfortunately, we don't get that benefit any longer. We can now wear the abandoned helmet at least, so I guess we'll wear this. There we go. We're looking a bit more ominous. Obviously, we need a better chest piece. Let's see. Leggings. Oh, right. Here we go. Critical chance by 15. We need to increase our dexterity up to at least 6. And either way, we need to level up our dexterity anyway, so this is a good time as any to start increasing our dexterity in order to increase our attack speed and ultimately just keep getting faster and faster with our attacks. Which can get pretty ridiculous, I think. If done right, that is. Where was I on, what I was going to do? Let's see. I guess we can either increase the critical damage we do, which is probably going to be the smartest choice. What else is there? There is statuses, which, if an enemy has an active status on them, they will take additional damage. I think this is the smarter choice of the lot, because at the very least we are still getting statuses with bleed. So this would actually allow us to deal an additional 20 damage as opposed to 10. So that is a slow buff. So we need to get that up to 30, and then we can get some serious benefits from it. But we're going to go into this house, figure out what's going on in here. Most of it's stolen. Or stealing, rather. We're gonna save here. Don't know what's gonna happen here, but we'll see. We have to take the entries at least. Hello. Alright. God, he's been doing some research.
Hello? Who's there? I can feel your presence, but it's always so dark in here. I can't see very well, even when Calum brings light.
I'm looking for Calum, to be quite honest.
Oh, he's not here. I can't feel him anywhere near the house. He must be in the cave. I think he's been there for a while, but I'm not sure. It's hard to keep track of time here.
What cave?
The one with the plant. We're connected somehow. I can feel its roots digging into the damp soil, like they're my own. Sometimes I envy it. It feels big and strong, although I don't think it ever sees sunlight either.
Who are you?
I'm Ely. I used to beg on the streets of Connacht. I hated it. The rain, the cold nights, the eyes that looked past me, the feet that kicked me. This is better in some ways, and worse in so many others. I really miss the sun.
Are you a dryad?
I don't know. Am I? It sounds beautiful. But Calum never told me what he made me into. What is a dryad? Will you tell me?
Well, it's a female druid who failed her rite of passage. They're supposed to be quite rare.
Oh. Then that's not me. I've never been anything rare. Just a street rat like many others. Until Calum found me and made me into whatever this is. Not a dryad, I guess.
What did Calum do to you?
He offered me a job. Said I could stay at his house. At first I didn't agree. I've had plenty of men offer me jobs, and I wanted no part of that. But he said all he needed was a housekeeper, since he belonged to some important guild and didn't have time to clean up for himself. So I said yes. He gave me a hot meal and a warm drink. Then everything went dark. I remember the floor glowing. When I woke up, I was this.
Did he do anything else?
He took some cuttings. It didn't hurt, but it felt strange. Like they were mine, but not mine. Then he waited for the branches to bear fruit. When they finally did, the fruit looked like it was born dead. He took it. After that, I hardly saw him anymore.
Do you have any idea on how I can help you?
The plant in the cave, we're linked. If you destroy it, I'll be free. I'd like to be free again. Not Calum's, not the plant's, just mine. Even if only for a little while.
Do you know where the cave is?
Not exactly. I've never seen it. Only felt it through the plant. It's vast. But it doesn't seem far away. At least, it doesn't feel far. I'm sorry. I can't explain it any better.
That's quite alright. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. Just be careful with the plant. It always feels angry. That anger, sometimes, I think it took from me.
Yeah, that's quite alright. We've been through worse. Or worse, I should say. So let's go save a dryad. I mean, we did save one before, so why not add to the count and just add another? We'll be a friend of the dryad, specifically. Among the many things that we could be. We do need to go over there for Gifts of the Queen, but we don't have to worry too much about it. It is over there just so we can worry about it later. But I digress. Rambling aside. Let's, where do we need to go next? I guess we could go and deliver gifts for the Queen, but we don't need to. Let's see. Where do we want to go? I guess we could backtrack and go to, the Pebble in a Pit next. But before I do want to go over to the Word Tower now. And go and... I basically want to cross the edge in order to get to a shrine. I believe it is. Besides, there is somebody that we can meet that we are very familiar with over there, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to see what we can do for him. Have to cross this. Alright, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cross over to here.
Don't let your guard down. Your armor won't save you.
Peace. Oh. Oh, it's really fun doing that, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there is no stopping this train of fists, that's for sure. Oh, the attack speed's so much fun when you get it triggered. I might not even need to block at this rate with how much I'm throwing hands with everybody. At this rate, it might even be beneficial to do it that way. I don't know. There's a lot to think about when it comes to throwing hands. Hello. Alright, random people. Okay, Rowan. Can't really disturb him because he's doing things. Guess we'll go over here. There's a cozy cave here. And then there's, of course, the Druidic Shrine. We pray here, get some mana and stamina regen. At the cost of, let's go for a Croakmaw Horn. Get a whole bunch of spell power for it. And what we're going to do is we're going to just hop down here. Hurt a little bit because of it, but that's fine. It allows us to go around and save some time, essentially, so that way we can meet this guy here. Hello again, Shunin.
Look who's here, my favorite customer. It's always good to see a friendly face.
How's business?
Good, great, actually. I even had a customer the other day. He brought some of my very special mushrooms, and he didn't even try to haggle. And they do cost quite a lot, I think.
Special mushroom. Well, congratulations. You'll become... Well, what's so special about them?
Oh, you see, I stole them from a grove that belongs to one nasty Spriggan. And if he caught me, I'd be dead. Or worse.
And that's it. Do they have any unique properties?
None that I know of. They're just mushrooms. I mean, I'm not saying they are useless, and, well, the Spriggan might have done something to them. Spiteful piece of work that he is, but I don't think so.
Did you tell all of that to the customer?
Well, no. The customer asked me why the mushrooms are so expensive. So I explained that they were very special. And that I gathered them under the cover of night at a place guarded by a dangerous magical being.
I'm afraid your customer might end up feeling deceived.
I can't see why. I did not say a word of falsehood. See? This is the problem with you humans. You always hear what you want to hear, and then go around accusing everyone of deception. In truth, you're the ones who deceive yourselves.
Are you heading to the town?
Me? No. I'm pretty sure they already have merchants there. I've heard they're quite territorial, and you can't have too many in one place. Or maybe that's foxes? I'm not sure. Anyway, you're in luck. I can show you my home. Ooh, I've always wanted to have a guest.
You live here?
Yes, in that cave over there. It's very cozy. I got lucky, as it was almost empty when I found it. Could you believe that? I didn't even have to fight a bear to move in. There were a few dead humans, but it's not like they minded. I put them in a neat pile in the corner.
You're gonna invite random strangers into your home.
But you're no stranger, are you? I consider you my friend, and my home is always open to my friends. Besides, I decorated it myself, and I really want someone to see it.
Alright, I'll take a look.
Ah, that's lovely. If you need a nap, feel free to take one. You do look like you could use a nap. Or not? What do I know, really?
Alright, well, let's see
I'd
your
just
wares.
be grateful if you didn't try to sell me any weapons. It's not that I have...
So, yeah, his inventory changes a little bit, but most of it's, you know, herbs and whatnot, so it's nothing too crazy. It's the usual. There's armor relics, which, ignite enemies when they hit you in close combat. Honestly, that's probably going to be the way that we actually get other status effects on enemies, like, things like this, the Unfading Ember. So I'm actually going to buy that for the future. Starborn Egg, weapons deal additional 15% damage. Or specifically, the weapon deals an additional 15% damage. So, as much as the Starborn Egg is useful, it's only good if you have a high damaging weapon, because that's going to only increase that by a percentage. There's, of course, the Bloodseeker, and then there's the Spellgorger. Basically, he's a caster merchant, so if you're looking for the Spellgorger, which I would argue is the... I wouldn't say it's the best item in the game, but if you're looking to increase the damage of your spells any higher than the limiting amount that it already gives, this is the way to go. So what you want is you want Spellgorger and you want a strong, powerful spell. But I digress. For reference, because I can tell you this from my other character, if you go with... where is it? It's not Scorching Pathway. If you go with Scorching Blaze, which I believe is the strongest combat spell among the lot here, it does a lot, put simply. Currently, from what I've seen, Scorching Blaze is the strongest attack spell that you can get. So if you can use that in conjunction with that wand, while the mana cost gets ridiculous, you can mitigate the cost somehow, or somewhat, by getting some charms and whatnot. But either which way, if you were to use it in this particular instance, your damage would effectively, I would say, jump double. And especially if you got all those perks and all that gear that gives increased, spell power, it can get insanely powerful, if done right, that is. But, yeah, food for thought if you're looking for something fun. Let's see if there's anything else around here, because I am curious. I do believe there is one thing down here. Yep, this is the second spot that you can go to for Lord Gawain's tomb. I'm not sure what you can actually find in here gear-wise. I assume it's very tank-oriented gear, but I could be wrong. But if you're looking for a nice piece of armor, that'd probably be the way to go. Whether we use his armor or not, I don't know. I haven't seen that armor. I haven't gotten that far in this game to actually check to see what it is. So, I couldn't tell you. But I digress. We can now go into this cave. There isn't really much here, last I recall. But, this guy has set himself up a nice little, couple of sorts. And he's decorated, to a degree. You just can't touch, certain things, basically. But most everything you can just grab without too much hassle, and he'll be fine with it. Okay, carrots. So yeah, there's a few things here and there. It's just decorations here and there. Nothing too crazy. It's also got a few things here and there to make it look weird. But I mean, hey, he's got a unique eye for aesthetic, I would say. Seashell bracelet, eh. Okay, we're gonna save here. Under stream 11 here. Yeah, just casually pop this open. And you get the very shiny button. We get the Azura Leech Stone. Get a few things. It seems like he did more than just put them to the side. He decorated some of them. Okay, well, whatever, I guess. Yeah, not sure how to feel about that, but whatever. Not an issue for us, I guess. But hey, that's that. Alright, but that's the Cozy Cave. Nothing too special about it, it's just a small area that you can go to. I guess we'll keep exploring. There should be an area over here that we can explore and check out. So may as well go over here. This is where some bandits are, I believe. Deserters,
Don't let
if you
your
will.
guard down. I'll get you back tenfold.
There's no chance I just broke his guard like a crazy maniac. Dang. You know it's scary when a man could just come up to you and just wail on you like that. That's insane. This is inhuman levels of unarmed punching at this rate. Oh well. Sorry if I'm yawning so much, if you can actually hear it. I've just been yawning like crazy. I don't know why. Probably just tired. It's no big deal, though. We ball. We ball. I guess for now, we can aim for Apocalypsis? No, let's go down south. Let's go to A Pebble in a Pit. We can worry about the main quest line a little bit later. I just want to get over here and do the other things first. Might as well get all those side quests cleared out and out of our concern. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna warp over to here. Then we're gonna go following the path. Yeah, so we're gonna follow this path, and we'll go from there.
We may be in for a fight. I see fear in your eyes.
Yeah, fear. The fear of, not killing you fast enough, I guess. That's something. I mean, I guess that's a way to view it. I'm not sure how they came to that conclusion, but sure. Let's just... Yeah, let's just go with that. Yeah, no, I'm taking bears out like crazy now. Dang. And to think this is the hardest difficulty. Although, I will say, it is pretty difficult early on. Like, you don't really get that much damage output unless you have, like, a few perks and something here and there. You can only do so much, though. The will in the barrel.
Are they gone? Phew. I thought I was done for. Thank you for stopping. My name is Lemuel. I'm but a humble servant on a pilgrimage for the glory of King Arthur.
Are you hiding from someone?
They might still come back. I'd rather stay here for a while. Yes, and if they do show up, you better run as fast as you can. Otherwise, they'll cast the evil eye on you too. Damn witch. May the weirdness take her.
Who might come back? Who are you talking about?
Carla's lackeys are trackers, those lousy world wreckers. Well, perhaps they were once good people. Humble servants of the king. Just like me. But they abandoned their pilgrimage. They crossed the wrong thresholds, and then they got caught up in evil magic. First, it wound around their hands. Then it traveled further and further, entering their bodies through their mouths, flooding their insides.
What does Carla want from you?
She's trying to finish what she started. She wants me. Her goal is to turn a royal pilgrim into a corrupted heretic. Not enough about Carla, enough. Our conversation might attract the trackers. Unless you would be willing to confront her. The profession of a witch hunter is a noble one, and it offers generous rewards, particularly if you succeed in bringing in the head of a hag like Carla.
Well, how did he meet Carla?
Oh, well, decades ago I fled my village. The Red Death began to spread, and I started showing symptoms. I was terrified the Red Priest would take me to the Island Asylum. That's when I met that monster, Carla. She promised she could cure me. She was so beautiful. Then, when we were getting, intimate with each other, I had a vision of King Arthur. He warned me that she was a witch. A terribly evil witch. That's when it all became clear. Carla must have put some kind of spell on me. I couldn't resist. I was bewitched. So I ran. And now, she's furious with me. Because she couldn't keep me.
Alright. What do Carla's lackeys look like?
They seem human, but their eyes are completely empty. They have a strange look in them. Hateful. They seldom speak, but when they do, you can feel your throat tighten. It's pure heresy. And wherever they appear, you can be sure Carla isn't far behind.
Alright, well, what's in it for me?
Huh? Oh, if we're bargaining, then you must be seriously thinking about it. I promise you mountains of gold, but alas, I'm just an old, humble pilgrim. However, I do possess a very special relic. Something perfect for a brave soul like you. That's what I can offer.
Sure, why not? I'll find Carla.
I offer? Really? You did that for me? Oh, you're a true savior. Oh, this is incredible, unbelievable. I've been running my entire life. But now, I could finally be free. For now, I'll stay in my barrel, but please, return as soon as you can. Hurrah!
Sure. Not sure how I feel about that, but whatever, I guess. Alright, well, I guess we go check that out then, huh? mean, it looks like we can cross from here, so that's good. We have to go check it out anyway, so it's no big deal. Okay, let's save here. Hello, Kavor.
Looking for shelter, traveler? You're welcome to join us, unless you're worried a big bad Dalrita might eat you for breakfast.
Are you with One Eye?
No, not every Dalrita you meet outside the Forlorn Swords follows that runt. They've always kept peace with the people of Kunart. Yvain still honors the old treaties. But with those Camelot dogs milling about, it's not as safe here for us as it once was. Better to stay out of sight.
You're pretty friendly for a Dalriata.
Oh, and you've met all of us, have you? They're a friendly Dalrida, just like they're a non-reader who aren't so small-minded. Or so I hope.
What are you doing here?
I invited you to our fire, not into our business. We mean no harm to anyone here. That's all you need to know.
The creatures from the mine nearly got your man.
I knew that place was cursed. Mother, have mercy on those poor souls who never found their way out. I see he's not with you. Did you manage to knock some sense into him?
I think so. He'll find his own path now.
As all men should. Though I'm not sure how that'll work out for him. The kid has a knack for biting off more than he can chew. But his future's not his to worry about now. Let's focus on yours. To start your path in our brotherhood, you'll need a talisman sung from Weirdstone. We carry it from the moment we join, and it's our only companion when we fall into the Stone Dream.
Stone Dream?
I'm sorry. But that's knowledge I can't share with you. Not here. And not until you've spoken with our leader at the Forlorn Swords.
What talisman is that?
One that will allow me to see if Oogway was right to send you my way. Here, follow this design, and when you're done, show the talisman to me. Shoddy work would be an insult to both me and Darvan.
Alright. So, yeah. You know that individual that we met over in the Crystal Cave? Yeah, that guy is where this quest originates from, apparently. I did not know this as I was coming over here, but yeah. This guy apparently came from the Forlorn Swords, which I'm not too surprised about. But yeah. We'll grab what little things we can get here and there. And we'll do some cooking while we're at it. Why not? We've got a whole bunch of ingredients. Let's get to random cooking. We need to at least get our cooking up at the very least, so... At least we're getting a whole bunch of tasty food as well. Okay. Apologies for the noise, but cooking requires this much noise, apparently. Hey, we made some more. We made a new recipe. Nice. Hey, another recipe. Nice. There we go. Whole bunch of cooking EXP done. What we can do here is we can go into our inventory here. We go into the second slot and we put in the power of cheese. on. Go, cheese, go. There we go. And we're just gonna grab all this cheese. And that should do for cooking. We will make the recipe for the cheese balls of doom. We'll craft as many as we can. And that will give us some cooking recipe there. There you go. Bulk us up a little bit on the recipe gain. Go from there.
Kavor's got too soft a heart. Funny, considering it's made of weird steel. Here, have some stew. But if you want anything else, you'll have to earn it.
The Stone Wardens speak of brotherhood, but everyone seems to want something.
Aye, it's brotherhood, not charity. You take some, you give some, and we all share in the work. We look after our own, sure, but we've no use for hangers-on.
Who are you?
Name's Heiko, Stone Warden, born of the Thud tribe. I keep this sorry lot from starving on the road. Before you ask how come I'm from Thud, since most Stone Wardens are from Ulfar, and since our tribes hate each other's guts. Aye, they do. But me and my Ulfar brothers learned to make peace. For the craft's sake, you know. Singing weird steel. That's the highest honor there is. Always felt like there's a bit of magic in it. That's what pulled me in to begin with. I don't talk about that too much though. Kavor and the others get all grumbly. It's between me and the steel.
I see. You mentioned Kavor having a weird steel heart.
Aye, you wouldn't guess it, but the big lump's a hopeless romantic. Soon as he met that man of his, he was ready to light the forge. Good thing Halvor's got more sense than he does. They're a good pair, and they never forget the forge comes first. As it should.
You have a task for me.
If you're up for it, I've been thinking. You any good at baking? I only ask because, if you are, then you know. It's not the same as cooking. With cooking, you need taste buds and a basic sense of ingredients. But baking takes precision. It's closer to alchemy, really. And since I can't exactly dabble in alchemy, I stick with baking.
Why can't you dabble in alchemy?
Cooking and baking are noble crafts, harmless enough not to make the forge jealous. But alchemy, that's a different beast. It takes focus, sometimes full-on devotion. And the forge, well, she doesn't like to share. Good thing to keep in mind, if you're ever thinking about serious smithing.
Wait, did you just say the forge gets jealous?
Aye. A man can have a dozen lovers, but only one craft he's truly bound to. Try forging with your head full of some other work, and she'll burn you for it. No question.
Alright, well, what do you want me to do?
Aye, I'm getting there. See, some of the Thud alchemists use ingredients from the weirdness in their potions, and I thought, why not try something similar, but in the form of baked goods? Maybe if we sprinkle the weirdness into food, it'll help us build up a resistance to the fog. But I need someone to gather a few things. Ether bloom, a handful of ethereal cobwebs, and some butter. I'm all out of that. Got plenty of flour, though.
Ether bloom. Isn't that for smoking?
Ah, so you know it. Yes, it can be smoked, sure. But when eaten, it might work a bit differently. Stronger, maybe. We'll find out. Everything needs testing, doesn't it?
True. Cobwebs. What do you need cobwebs for, though?
The icing.
Okay. I'll bring you the ingredients.
Perfect. I'll even let you have a taste of the first batch. Now, do you need anything else? I need to keep an eye on the stew. Be careful.
Yeah. Okay. what I was expecting, at least. But you know what? It could be worse. Could be worse. I'll quickly pilfer through these, see if he's actually got butter hidden away, but I don't think he does. We kind of used most of our ingredients accidentally. Well, not accidentally. We used it to level up, but should have saved it if I had known that there was a hook here. But that's fine. We can always get the ingredients later. There is no harm in us delaying. Pop this open. Get the Blood Seeker. Nice. If I was not mistaken, I needed to go over to the First Men in order to check out that area. We also got Prendirine de Cavier, or Cadaver, or whatever it's called, I guess.
All right, then.
Hello.
If Kvar gave his word, I've got no reason to doubt it. So, hello there. I am Uko from the Ulfa tribe. If you want to trade, just shout. Come back if the world...
That was close. Yeah, no, I nearly died there.
If you're here to talk...
Alright, first let's just open his shop, because I'm curious what he has. Shadowfang Reaver. Critical hits with this weapon deal an additional 200% damage. If you're looking for a strong crit weapon, this is probably going to be your best friend. We've got the We got the Burrower's gear set. We've got the Ravenous Armor, which increases your physical damage. Straight up. We've got also the Final Embrace, which increases lifesteal. And then we got the Ghastly Helm, which increases spell power. We're just going to grab all four of these, because we've got the money for it. So why not? We'll see what we can sell here. There we go, just sell all that. We don't need this poison arrow. That is 4 flames too many, so we'll sell those. The Horned Warden's Amulet. Increases spell power by 15, magic critical chance by 15, and max mana by 15. That's actually a really powerful amulet, now that I look at it. If you're looking for a crit build, I suppose, crit with magic is also a viable option. Less so for physical builds, but more so for magic builds, it seems. It is worth the investment at the very least, I would think. As is sneak attack damage. You could play a sneaky melee or ranged user, and it go quite well, I would imagine. Let's sell all this. We can sell the undercooked food. The tasty food has its value. We're gonna sell this and keep the 54, I guess. Anything that isn't above a 108 or has 1 pound of weight, we sell. Sell this. Sell the Tier 3, sell this. And Grandma's powdered milk gives stamina regen, which we don't need. I'm gonna start keeping the coatings, because I'm not sure whether those will be useful for punching or not. The rest we keep here. And let's go into our inventory to read those books. Okay. Okay, get the knowledge here. I'm very tempted to go with the Ravenous gear set at this rate, because these could get some seriously powerful gear. Or rather, just the physical damage alone is good enough for me, as far as I'm concerned. And if I were to go into gear-wise, I think it actually... The gear set that we just picked up is actually better when it comes to physical damage. Technically this helm is basically the same as that helm. The Burrower helm, rather. So there is some similarities. We are going to go this way, though. We have two paths. We can either go there, or we go this way. I'm going to go this way, because we do want to try and find out what's going on over here first. Could be some fun stuff around, I'm sure. Hello. Yet another druidic shrine. More stamina. Can't be bad. That's another level. Nice. We're really picking up power now. Alright, attributes. Increase our dexterity. We want to increase that up to 6, preferably. Alright, we got another point that we can invest into. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we... Debuffs deal 25% more damage. This could be very interesting the more stacks of bleed we have. But as of right now, we're not worried too much about that. I'm more focused on getting the overall damage that we do set up. We can worry about secondary debuffs later. I'm not too worried about, you know, getting into that situation anytime soon, no less. Ah. Okay. Skeleton antics, you know how it be. Forlorn Sword main gate. Gets us to here. Let's save here.
This place, it still pulls at me. We should take a moment, just to be sure. Feels like I forgot something here. Not something you can touch, but it matters. Let's look around.
I guess he refuses to help us continue forward until we actually get what we need here. So yeah, we're basically prevented from going further into the Forlorn Swords until we have completed the main task of getting Arthur's shield buff, I believe. That's going to be a chore and a half. It doesn't appear like I will be able to go across, but we can try. I am very curious about what's over here anyways, so let's do a bit of exploring. There we go. Here's seems that there might be a boss somewhere around here. Okay, well, we'll grab what we can here. Continue on. Yep, skeletons stand no chance against us. We're just built different now. Pop this open. Piercing Ember. That's a new thing. Oh, we can check this side here. This is nothing. Clamber up the stairwell here, and I think we'll be able to meet up with a Skelly Boy. And again, we're probably going to meet a lot of Skelly Boys up around here. Hello. Okay, we'll save here. Let's go into our items here. We're going to swap over to some venison stew types, so that way we got a whole bunch of healing. That's something. Ooh, that's big. You know, let's take it out. Ow. It's a huge ogre. Let's open up our inventory. Let's go into consumables here. Down one of those. Alright, increase critical chance by 20%. Go berserk for a certain period of time. Increase jump height because we can. And let's lock stamina at 100% for 10 seconds. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Amulet of a Novice Ogre Hunter. Increases incoming damage by 20%. For something. Let's see what that is. Decreases incoming damage by 20% when your health is below 10%. When you have full health, deal 33% more damage. Well, that's pretty powerful. Dang. Thank you for the follow, Lowell. Much appreciated. But yeah, no, that's an insane, amulet. As long as we can maintain full health, that's ridiculous. That would require us to dodge, though, and I don't think we're going to be, dodging that much, so... As much as I want to consider using that amulet, it's just not a good fit for us. So we're not going to wear that amulet as much as it could be useful. That said, if we, kill them fast enough, then they won't be able to damage us, so it could work. I don't know. Hard to say. We'll pop this open either way. Get Life Transfusion, which is a nice, good spell. don't think there's any more enemies up here, so we can just go down with relative ease. Nighttime really doesn't affect us that much, so I'm not too worried about it being dangerous. But hey, we managed to take out the ogre, which is kind of easy, all things considering. Actually, it wasn't that difficult, if I'm going to be real with you. Anything over here? Not really. Just more ingredients, nothing too crazy. You know what? Let's just give you a quick pet. Gotta keep our quest pet a lot happy. Not alive, but happy is certainly something. The bridge here has been completely broken. There's a lot of water pouring through here. Well, I mean, there's no reason for us to not go down here. Check it out. There's nothing really there. We can't exactly go down there either, so... Yeah, no, the bridges are basically out. I mean, maybe we could jump this, but I don't think I'm gonna actually get there is the thing, so... No chance in heck we would have gotten that. We'd have to go through the core of the town before we could do that. We won't be able to go deal with the first men either way. So... We'll save here. Well, actually, no, let's not save, just in case. I'd rather not overwrite save and die in the process of trying to scale down this crazy long area. There we go. And let's get going. Probably climb up here and then continue on our merry way. Yep, there we go. Easy peasy. Well, I guess we could go deal with the frog, I suppose. I mean, this is like 1,000 experience, I believe, give or take. There we go. No, that's 2,700. So there you go. Even more reason to get it. Alright, we're gonna clamber over to here. Okay, I guess we're going over here now. Just push our way all the way over to here. There we go. Okay, maybe I have to go a bit further here. Sneak up. Yeah, we just gotta sneak up here. Or we could just go across and, well, we'll grab everything we can here. Try and hop up here. Come on. Oh. Okay, you know what? There's an easier way. If we go into our inventory, Go to our bag, go to our potions. We've got a lever potion. There we go. Problem solved. We just had to jump higher. That's all it comes down to. But hey, that's why we got leaper potions. We can just jump 80% higher. Good for parkour, if anything. Okay. Let's see, quest-wise, where do we need to go? We've got the price of healing, barrelite shells, and lame Lorcan. I guess I can report bounty, so that's good. That's a quest. It is nighttime though. Before we go anywhere, we are gonna need to grab or go deal with something real quick. So I guess, yeah, we need to slip down here. This is gonna hurt. We're gonna go through the Cracks quest. This is a nighttime specific quest, so we have to get there immediately. It's probably for the best that we do this, so that's why I'm rushing towards it before daytime comes. Yep, there it is. Boop. Oh, hello. This is something.
No. No. Who are you? What are you doing here? Oh, gods. Please don't tell me they sent you after me.
Percy, so you haven't deserted.
Is that what they're saying? Gods, this is a nightmare. I'd never desert. I swear, the lads are my family. I've got nothing else. I can't believe I'm going to die here. With everyone thinking I'm a traitor. And a thief, too.
Doesn't sound like you're too eager to get out of here.
Of course I am. But it's impossible. I've searched every inch of this place. And there's no way out. Things still fall in from time to time. But that opening only works one way. So, I'm sorry, my friend. But we are well and truly stuck here. At least there's food. But if they move the supplies, we're done for.
If there's a way in, there's a way out. I'll find it.
I don't envy you your hope. I know what it's like to lose it. But, go ahead. I remember what it felt like to have something to do.
Alright, let's get out of here, somehow. Okay, nothing here. There is this button here, so we can press that and figure it out. So, yep, we just cross over here. There we go. Easy peasy. Just a matter of charging the enemy and seeing what happens. Pretty easy, all things considering. I jumped down into the water, but I don't think that's what the game wants us to do. Well, let's see. Yep, nope. Clamber up here. How about over here? Okay, I guess just meditate there, I guess. Yeah, just meditate. All the easier to smack you down, I guess. Okay, nothing there. Push this button. It's easy. I guess that just leaves this here. Oh, hello.
Another guest. My, how word must have spread. I didn't think there were still fools eager to walk in the shadow of my throne.
Who are you?
I am Gaelic Tarian, rightful lord of Connacht, blood of Palamedes, born to rule, my legacy squandered by lesser men. And yet, here I sit, not in a hall of marble, but in this realm of broken things.
Why are you here?
Because I made a mistake. A single, miscalculated mistake. I toyed with the wrong woman. I thought she was just another pawn in my game, a trinket to be used and discarded. But she was no trinket. She was a Bandrui, a woman of power, of the old ways. And she cursed me for my arrogance. And all I wanted was to live longer.
Well, I mean, like she granted your wish.
Yes. And then some, as you can see. Eternal life. Sounds like a gift, doesn't it? But no, I was not given life. Only existence. Trapped in this mockery of a world, able to watch, to see, but never to touch. I have seen my house crumble. I have seen weak men take what was once mine, and I have seen it all from behind a veil I can never tear.
What is this place?
This is a prison, woven from the fabric of the weirdness itself. Only those with true mastery over the old ways, druids, Bandrui, could tear a hole in reality and trap something within it. A realm that both is and is not. A perfect, unbreakable cage. For me, it is damnation. A place where time does not move, where the world unfolds just beyond my reach. A theater where I may watch but never step upon the stage. And worst of it all, it is boring. No conquests, no feasts, no pleasure, no purpose. Just an eternity of watching lesser men fumble through history.
Somehow I found my way in here, and so did a Camelosian soldier I was searching for.
And the veil between worlds is thinning. The weirdness does not break easily. Only when the fabric of reality itself begins to fray. My prison and your world should never touch. And yet, here you stand. It seems the world outside is shifting, twisting in ways it was never meant to. And when that happens, things bleed together. A tale like this should not exist. And yet somehow, you've slipped through. Whether that's for good or ill, I suppose we'll find out soon enough.
I see. Well, Lord Yvain is the current ruler now, of Connacht, I mean.
Yes, I know. You think this prison blinds me? No. I see the world. I watch my bloodline waste what was once carved in iron and fear. And Yvain, he is the true downfall of House Tarian. A soft-bellied fawn, too weak to hold the reins, too fearful to demand what is his by right. He is not my heir. He is the ghost of a great house. waiting to fade.
I never heard of Gaelictarian. Name must be lost in history.
Ah, history. The great devourer. It swallows men whole and spits out only what it pleases. Palamedes, my ancestor. His name endures, woven into the fabric of Avalon like a golden thread. But me, I am the frayed end, the unraveled strand, cut away and discarded. And why? Because I ruled not with honeyed words, but with truth. Because I did what was necessary. Kunakt was mine. My name should have echoed through the ages, carved into stone, whispered in fear and reverence alike. And yet, here you stand, proving what I have long suspected. I was not lost to history. I was erased.
You don't seem like a very gracious ruler, to be fair.
Gracious? You mistake me for a king who begged to be loved. Gracious rulers are forgotten. Merciful kings are overthrown. I ruled with a firm hand because Avalon demands it. The weak do not last here. Did my people fear me? Perhaps. But they obeyed. And obedience is the only thing that truly keeps a kingdom standing. Tell me, would you rather be adored and forgotten, or feared and eternal?
Seems to me you are feared and forgotten. It's the weird prison.
Clever. But this was not history's doing. This was her doing. A Bandrui's curse, not time's judgment. And yet, what's the difference in the end? Whether by time's hand or by hers, my name is dust. My throne is tainted. And the wretch who calls himself Terry and sits upon it, a hollow shadow of what should have been. I believed eternity was the right of kings. Now I see it for what it is. A punishment, fit only for fools.
I see. Can your curse be lifted?
I don't know. I cannot be killed. Not by blade, not by fire, not by time itself. I've tried everything. More times than I care to count. So unless you hold power equal to the one who cursed me, I wouldn't bother reaching for your weapon. You can always duel me, and die for my amusement if that suits you.
Well, I might be powerful enough to grant your wish to die.
Oh, now that is a bold claim. You are not the first to make such an offer, nor would you be the first to fall. What am I, to refuse a dance? Come then, let's see if your blade can carve deeper than fate itself.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say it's a blade, but I would say my fist certainly carves deeper than fate itself. If only a few punches like that were, yeah, we did quite well. Touch this and get out of here.
I can't believe it. We're actually free. You? How did you manage to get us out of there?
Let's just say I'm a bit special.
That I don't doubt, my friend. Oh, it's so good to be back. Funny, I didn't realize it before, but even the air in that place was different. Guess I'll go report to Shine. Honestly, I'm glad you were there with me. She'd never believe me otherwise.
Yeah. Let's get out of here. Well, that's that. That's another situation resolved rather quickly. Could be good to continue. Alright. And yeah, we'll just turn into quest. There's no reason to not. And we'll continue from there. Hello, scene.
You're here. Speak your piece or let me work.
About the bounties you posted, we need more marrow gas shells, but I found out what's happening to the supplies.
Mm-hmm. Percy tried to spin me some wild story about falling into another realm. I didn't toss him straight into a cell, only because he swore you could back him up. So, what did you find?
Percy's telling the truth. There was a crack in the fabric of reality. Things were falling through.
You're pulling my leg, aren't you? Tell me this is some elaborate prank you two cooked up.
I wish.
Oh, mother have mercy. Can nothing in this goddamn place just be normal? I may be a bit of a city woman, but you can't tell me that it's normal to have creatures made of bloody straw attacking outside the walls. And now you're saying there are cracks in the world. Does that mean I need to move my supplies?
What's that guy doing? What is he doing? Were you squaring up with the air, my guy? Okay. Anyways, I've closed the crack. Your supply should be safe now.
Well, that's some good news at least. Not gonna ask how, in case there's something about you that we'd both be better off with me not knowing. Thanks for your help. Here, something for your trouble.
What a weird he's still squaring up back there. What is he doing? Do you have any other interesting tasks for me?
There might be something, but look, it's got to stay between us, right?
Why? Is it illegal?
No, of course not. Just don't want Danheim getting on my ass for wasting time and resources. Even though it'll be your time and my resources.
Alright, what's the task?
Well, one of our warehouses burned down recently. Completely down to the ground. When I checked what was left, I found a trapdoor. It must have been hidden under the floorboards, because I never saw it before. Problem is, it's sealed shut, and the lock looks ancient. Danheim told me to leave it alone, but it's been bugging me ever since.
That man is still wandering around with... What is with him? God, okay. A Fall of Avalon moment. Oh, that's fun. Okay. So, is that it? You're just curious?
Yeah, I am. Really bloody curious. Can you blame me? There's not much here in the way of distractions. And who knows? You might find something useful down there. Even if it's just more space I can use for storing supplies.
I mean, there is one sort of distraction that's running around behind me, I imagine. Have you tried picking the lock?
No, because I don't know how. I'm an officer in Camelot's army, not a bloody thief. Despite what the locals think of us, we don't go around stealing everyone's stuff.
Alright, will there be a reward?
Yeah, I've set aside some of my wages. Not like there's much to spend on around here anyway.
Alright, I'll look into it.
Great. Let me know what you find. Even if it's just a pile of rotten grain, I just want to know and be done with it. Oh, and one more thing. There's someone in Connacht who could help you get through that lock. Name's Filth, lives in what's left of the Eastern Tower.
You're telling me there's a person named Filth who lives in Connacht's walls?
Yeah, well, of all the things I've seen in Connacht, at least I know Filth is harmless and knows everything that happens around here. I've never caught Filth doing anything illegal, and as long as it stays that way, we're good.
Right. Is it you? Are you causing a problem? Watching you. Oh, what a weirdo. Anyways, handcrafting, let's see, what can we make here? Oh, we can make some jewelry. This is probably going to be the best item we can make on our hands. Ethereal cobwebs, it takes some weird stone and meteorite ore. We are immediately making this because getting increased critical chance by 15% is insane for us. And honestly, it's something I'm gonna wear. We've got some Burr gear, whatever this is. The cape increases sneak damage, which is pretty awesome, but we don't really need that sort of thing. We'll sort by price descending here. The Ghastly Helm gives spell power, which can be pretty good. There's also the Dryad skin, which increases lifesteal. So if you're looking for a lifesteal build, that's a way to go. There is the Burrow's Cape, Burrow's Maw. I think we go for the Ravenous gear set, don't we? Because that increases our physical damage, don't it? So yeah, we've got the Ravenous Claws, which increases physical damage by 11. We can't really do the gloves, though, because we need the... Yeah, we can't do the Ravenous gloves, but you can certainly do the Ravenous boots and the Ravenous leggings, I believe. Assuming there is Ravenous leggings. Yeah, so there's the Ravenous plate, which is 25. Knight's Greaves. I guess we go by armor here. Huh. I mean, I guess the boots are probably the way to go. I could be wrong, though. What is our current boots, actually? Because that matters. Our current boots are max stamina and movement speed multiplier, so we could do with getting some, the boots in particular. We're going to go into here, we're going to go into here, we're going to get the Ravenous boots. It is 6 armor. We're going to make this. I'd make the chest piece, but I don't think we can actually benefit from it. But if we were, we'd get 4 additional armor on top of that. Yeah. So we'll take that. We will upgrade the boots here. We can upgrade it a few times, it seems. There we go, and we'll just upgrade it one more time, and that should be it. That's a 22% boost. We will attach some relics once we add the relic slots, that is. Let's go into the boots here. Retrieve the relics. There we go. Take those out. For our helm, there should be one we used to wear. Here we go. All right. Okay, so that is 2 Vengeful Spikes. That's going to give us a 10% damage retaliation against attackers. That's nice. We've got the Heavy Gauntlets, which we will put in, I guess, the max health. Alright, the chest piece. We will put in another Unfading Ember, so we double the ignite on the enemies. Alright, and then we've got boots, don't we? And if I recall correctly... Here they are. We're gonna go for the Gem of Carrying, and we'll go for the extra health, I think. I'm tempted for the Unyielding Sentinel, but we do not need the multiplication of stamina regeneration, nor do we need the stamina cost reduction. I'd rather take the survivability more than anything. Alright, we will swap our boots for the higher quality ones. This is going to be a little lighter weight, but still. it will increase our armor significantly compared to these ones that we just got. This does mean that the fledgling boots are out of our grasp because we don't get that crit. But I mean, we can swap out to them if we really do want them, but we don't really need them. Besides, we need to save up for these pants anyway, so there you go. No big deal, we'll find some better pants and a better chest piece and by that fact eventually. So it's no big deal. Speaking of, actually, we actually managed to get the new amulet here, which increases critical chance by 15 instead of 5. We've got the Perilous Orb, which increases critical chance by 5. So that's a 20% increase. We got a whole bunch of physical damage increases. Okay. Okay, maybe we'll find some better breaches, but I don't know. Let's see. Status. Well, actually, no, not status. Let's check attributes. We are at a 50% critical strike rating. That's pretty nasty for a boost. So that's a 50% chance to always crit an enemy, which can go really bonkers if done right. Now, if I can get that to 100%, that is going to make our bleed chance stupid ridiculous. We need to get some marrow or gas shells, but for now, let's go get the lame Lacron quest turned in. And I think we are actually going to go back to the Horns of the South, because there is one particular person that we haven't actually seen in a while, and we can go chat with them.
I'm an outcast.
Okay, so... yeah, let's go turn in the quests. I think that will be enough to level us up. I could be wrong, though. But we'll still try it all the same. See if we get lucky on the level up. Worst case, we don't, and that's perfectly fine. Hello there, Asgal.
Ha! Look who's back! You should have seen me yesterday. I haven't felt this strong in years. Turns out Ailey's tea wasn't just goat food after all. I combined it with a bit of exercise, like she said, and here I am, fit as a fiddle. Guess the All-Mother still has plans for these old bones. Thanks for steering me right. Sometimes it's the simplest things that do the most good, eh?
Exactly. About the bounties you posted.
Yes?
Ah. I want to claim the bounty of Lame Lacron.
You managed to catch Lame Lorcan. Well done. I didn't know him personally, but he used to be a scout in Camelot's army. One day, he went on a mission and returned with a nasty wound above his knee. Supposedly, a weird beast got him, but he managed to kill it and drag himself back to camp. After that, he started to change, becoming more and more aggressive. Eventually, he began shooting people with his bow for no reason. He was hiding in the area, occasionally attacking people. And if it weren't for you, he'd still be doing it. Thank you. Here's your reward.
Thanks.
I'll await you.
That's another bit of experience. Can't be bad. Alright, let's head back to the Horns of the South. We've got something to do there, so there you go.
Have some spare food or coin?
And yeah, once we get over there, we should be good. Alright. We will warp using this one, because that's the closest one that we're going to get. And we're going to go back to the Horns of the South. Shouldn't be hard to do. Hello. One shot, one kill, per usual here. Pretty, expected, all things considering. Usually in the, other area, it's way easier, so there's that. I guess we can go to deal with the gifts for the queen, but I'm actually going to hold off because I do want to go over by the mansion and the beach, because I do believe that enough time has passed for this quest that we can go see the missus here to see what she's been doing this whole time, because I'm kind of curious. But there should be like a quest here that, well, not a quest, but you do get a reward by coming back here, I believe. So it never hurts to come back. Hello.
Oh, you've arrived. Marvelous. I must confess, I've been eagerly awaiting your next visit. Today, I have crafted something quite special just for you. Here, behold my very first creation, expressly designed just for you.
Weren't you supposed to send your first work to Camelot?
Well, yes, but not this one, my dear. This one is extraordinary. And not exactly fitting for the court, since, as you very well know, it was sewn together from rags. Nevertheless, I'm confident it will look splendid on you. Besides, I designed it to be practical as well as striking, so it should serve you well on your travels.
Is this a courting gift?
Oh, my dear. My dear, I'm so terribly sorry, but whatever gave you that notion? It is merely a token of my gratitude. You've been so incredibly supportive, and while I am fond of you, it is not in the romantic sense. Surely you weren't under that impression.
No, of course not.
Oh, what a relief. I would hate to think that I might have unintentionally led you astray. Now, I hope it will serve you well. And should anyone ask about the designer, feel free to send them my way.
Sounds good. We get a few items here. Nothing too crazy, all things considering. But they are very unique in their own right. One increases your attack speed, which is can get really ridiculous really fast. One increases your health regeneration by 1 when your health is below 10% and increases your max health by 5%. And the third gives you mana regeneration and some max stamina. I'm going to be honest, all three of those suck to a degree, except for the fashionable doublet. I could see somebody making an insane attack speed build, and it could be very funny. Arguably, the Mystic Ward probably comes out as second best, because it, at least for the quest it is, you get a damage negating barrier that blocks one attack, which is good for mages, because obviously you're going to be a glass cannon if you're going to be a mage. But blocking one attack and dealing damage to an enemy isn't a bad idea. But I digress. We're going to warp over to Brock Miala, and we are going to see the Queen. And help her with her hive business. Might as well, right? Hello.
Return to me with
Here's your cobwebs.
Ah, you've returned with the cobwebs. Impressive. As promised, here is your reward. Do not squander it.
Yep. Here's some more. Alright.
Depart and let...
For our troubles, we get more Queen's Honey. And we get the Ghost of Brock Miala. Now, the Ghost of Brock Miala is basically a summon. You summon the Ghost of Brock Miala to fight by your side. It's basically a decent summon. I wouldn't say it's the most powerful out there, but for the area, it's not a bad summon to have. So, actually saving this individual does merit significant rewards if you're willing to invest the time into providing the weapons to her. Would I say it's the morally sound choice? Not really. But I mean, what are you going to do, huh? What we will do, though, is we're going to go to the Sepulchre path. Because there is merit in going this way as well. So we're actually going to go this way to get the path here. And we'll go from there. Alright, let's go. Let's get out of here. And there should be a portal around here somewhere that we can use. Probably not going to be the best thing, but it'll get there. Alright. At the very least, I know for a fact that we're getting way stronger. And this is actually a good place to farm marrow grass. So this is sort of why I decided to come here. And we level up. Nice. But there should be a whole slew of marrow gas that we can actually hunt around here, so we're actually gonna go and engage with them. Hello? I see you're up there. Come on, then. Alright, fine. There. Okay, well, I guess I'm not getting that, then. Oh, well. Place the bonfire here. Let's qual Quirkrow. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Attribute-wise, we've got our dexterity now, so that's good. That'll bring us nice, juicy benefits. Alright. Practicality. Alright, so that is the exploitation of afflictions fully set up. For what we need to do next, we are going to have to increase the chances of bleed happening. So we want to bring that up to 50% if we can. That is going to help us deal even more damage output. So getting the chance up to 50% is ideal. And then we can start increasing the critical damage because our criticals will start doing insane amounts. Now, gear-wise, I guess what we need to do is we need to swap over from this over to the fledgling breaches. This will give us a critical chance of 15. It's not exactly heavy armor per se, but it gets the job done. And our character's status here, well, attributes rather, is now at 66 critical. We need to up that to a higher form. So let's see, what else is there that we can use to increase our crit? This increases critical chance by 15 at the cost of mana per second, which is not exactly ideal. Let's see, the boots here increase critical chance by 10 at the cost and decreases noise by 15. So if we wanted to sacrifice the physical damage boost, this is probably the way to go. And I think we are going to have to do this much if we want to guarantee crits. I think for now, though, we're gonna stick with the fledgling breaches. I'm willing to go with a solid 66% for now, in favor of the alternative. So yeah, we've not reached a full critical magnum opus just yet, but we'll slowly build towards that. We are gonna save here under Stream 11 once again, and there should be a totem around here that we can pray to, but not before we deal with Thorn the Bloody.
You'll be fertilizing the soil.
We'll just deal you. There we go. We're just going to take all this, because why not? Not sure what this luminous silver dust does, but we'll definitely keep it for the future. There we go. But yeah, there should be a totem around here. Yep. Shrine of Croakmaw. If we pray to it, we get 20% critical damage. As that is the reason why I came here. And that is just going to increase our damage even more. So as you can tell, you can start to see like a theme here. If we want to deal the most amount of damage, we have to actually multiply our crit damage in order to get the best results. Which is tedious, but it needs to be done. Now, before we go any further, I do want to deal with Perdine Cadaver. So that is going to be our next target, and whatever else we do with deal with in this area. But we did manage to take out What's-His-Face, so that is another head that we can add to the bounties that we can quickly collect. But we'll worry about that later. I am more concerned about the Sepulchral Path. Marigas Shells is secondary, so I'm just gonna go over to the right side.
You doing okay?
Yeah, we just want to go over there. We'll sell some stuff over here.
Hello there.
Alright, let's sell some stuff real quick. You can have this, you can have this. Alright, let's see. Most everything here we keep, armor-wise. We'll sell that, this, and this, and this. And the rest we should probably stow away, shouldn't we? Yeah, we'll stow the rest away. That way we've got a full stash of inventory to work with in the future. This Poison Knight Greatsword increases critical damage by 15%. This could go hard. Really hard. But again, it's not something we need. There you go. Okay. Armor-wise, just stow everything. Okay. Okay, we'll leave those. We are going to need to use that thing, though. Alright, let's put everything ingredient-wise back into here. This should give us some immense amounts of storage to work with. I'm only doing it for that much, though. We're probably gonna get some insane levels of alchemy by the time we're done, though. When we do start picking up alchemy again, that is. Got a gold bar, which is very expensive. Got a mug. Alright, let's see. Is there anything that we can actually use here? We're gonna go by... Let's go by newest, I guess. If we were looking for critical damage, Fledging the Mask is probably good. If we're looking for crits, the Umbral Shout is tempting, but the Spirituality would mean we get nothing. We'd have to go with the Hatchling Mask, put simply, if we wanted the critical chance. Yeah. Okay, physical damage, yeah. Yeah, I don't see anything for crit on armor pieces, so there you go. We can't really use gloves because we've already got a set of gloves that we use religiously. Yeah. And boots-wise, we've got the Fledgling boots, which does increase crit chance. But I think I want to prioritize just the damage output boost. Because, keep in mind, just because we get a high enough crit doesn't necessarily mean we need to focus into crits. Just by having a 50 or higher is good enough. And if we wanted to increase that further, there is options, but we don't have to rely heavily on one aspect of things. We can just quite literally increase the upgrades of the pants or the cloak, which would equally be as good. So it would solve our problems if we were to use that. Before we go, though, actually, let's put in everything miscellaneous. There we go. Recipes are obviously going away. I think it's time we put the bird trap away there. There we go. Leaves us with 77 pounds to work with.
There.
Alright. And off we go. Let's go deal with the Red Death here. Yeah, the Red Dead, yeah, they don't stand a chance against me. The power of fist. Okay, so apparently the Red Death is a threat here. Ah. Yeah, they stand absolutely no chance once I get the first kill off. My attack speed just goes up drastically. The best thing I can do is probably increase my attack speed even faster. And if I get enough crits, oh god. Yeah, no, we're gonna get a whole bunch of slowdown often if this is the case. Oh god. Alright, well, let's keep going. Nice try. Ezra the Silent Child is an archery build. Apparently there was a great health potion and a carrot there. Not like I'm complaining. There's plenty to do here. Hey. Man, they really don't stand a chance. I just keep walloping them. And the most interesting part is that they actually get bleed, so they are unaffected by our brawling attacks. So it just results in us beating the enemy. Clamber up here. Hey. Oh, hi. That surprised me a little. There you go. Man, they really, really want to stop me. Oh. They really want to stop me, huh? I don't think they're going to be able to stop me, though. Yeah, no, good luck trying to stop me, that's for sure. Let's see. I guess we go this way? Flexible resource potion, Healing and all that. Harp. Alchemy station for our troubles, nice. Burning Ember and Hailstone. And Clumsy Nose. Knight Armor, which we don't need. Oh, another note. We'll grab that. The ramblings of a man. Take those. Okay. Max health for skill points. Nice. So yeah, going to those little shrines, they can actually increase your max health. Well, no, they decrease your max health. Some of them heal, some of them don't, but one can increase your max health and is really good. Increases attack speed by 20 per 20. Abrath Calling, Frost Needle, and Elusive Gear. That is a new spell, I believe. Let's see, what does that do? First, there's the Fields of Misery. Increases attack speed by 20%. It is a two-handed club. We don't really need that. And there's Frost Needle, which is basically a frost spell that is probably the advanced version of Burning Ember. Or it could be the simpler version. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's not like we use magic to begin with, so no point in really trying, huh? But hey, it's there if you want something. Take the red bow though. Yeah, you don't really stand a chance, do you? I think they really just... They don't stand a chance in general. We're just that good. Jokingly. I guess that's the alchemy station. We'll drop down to here. Here. Well, there he goes. Winter Crone's Wrath, a new spell, to be sure. Okay, we're gonna drop down to here. There we go. And we can go up to here, over to the bridge, to see what's what there. There's a few, I would imagine there's an enemy or two around here.
Hold your ground, men.
Sorry, Sir Renard. You're just another individual among the many. Alright. Place you down. Let's level up. We get an attribute and skill. We don't necessarily need to increase our dexterity any more than we have, but we are going to need to increase it if we wish to wear Sir Camelot's gear. At the very least, I do want to increase my endurance up to 10. So we'll start with that. That'll increase our increase our carry capacity as well. Plus our damage, so it's just a win-win there. Let's see. Because I've seen myself not do as much damage, it might be wise to get Iron Hands up a level or two. But at the same time, I kind of want to keep... Let's keep focusing on Deep Wounds, get that to 50%, because we are going to need that for the future. We'll grab that, settle on that for now. Okay. Now, let's go and settle this whole debacle here. I mean, we've forged a path through the Red Death at the very least. That alone is impressive. What's over here? If we were to jump, we could probably go over... It's probably a one-way jump, if anything. Which is a little bit of a worry, but not something we don't have... We don't have to worry about it, to be quite honest, so we should be fine. Let's go and get that quest done with the elevator thing. So it's just a matter of us walking up over. There's a few good ropes and carrots and all that. And, of course, the wordness comes. Alright. We just ignore the wordness. And we get our bus over to here. To which we interact with this elevator here. Get ready with our fists just in case things go awry. Be ready for the worst. Let's save here. Over here. There's a meteorite. We can grab that. Nice little waterfall here. Okay, we've made our way over to here. The tool house. And we meet you, the one. Hello?
You were awaited. In the past, in the present, and in the future. All stages have converged into one. And here you stand. Welcome, hollow shell. It is time to begin the next act of your journey.
Who are you?
I am the one, the vessel, the bearer of grace, the giver. I have worn many names, but names matter little, except for the prophets. Kai, listener of the bleeding heart of the plague, the sanctified pilgrim.
What happened here?
Simple minds with lofty titles, and simpler folk with no standing, opened these walls to something they did not understand. came the outbreak of terror. The plague claimed this place. Red Death.
What was that?
A holy relic. A fragment of the sanctified body of the prophet.
Who is Ignatius, and why did you choose to pass the gift to him?
Ignatius is but a corpse now, walking his own path toward grace. But his journey nears an end. He survived because he was the only one prepared to become a hollow shell. I chose him to carry the gift forward, to pass it on to someone he deemed worthy. It seems that someone was you.
What do you want from me?
A humble soul is awaited by the bleeding heart of the plague. Someone who evaded its grasp. Someone who defied the destiny laid before them. Her name is Una, an old widow in Kuna. But she is not alone. There is another, one whose choice led you here.
Ignatius, the man from the hospital.
Yes. Him. His role as the hollow shell must end. His purpose is fulfilled. He is no longer needed. In you, I have found a servant whose perfect obedience will enact the will of Prophet Kai and the Heart.
What fate awaits Una?
She will die in her sleep, and she will find peace in death. For those who defy their destiny cannot depart with joy.
Why do I have to do this?
The gift you carry is only the beginning. Much within you must be purged before you achieve perfect obedience, before you are ready for the final act. Now, receive the mark of the plague. Pass it on to those I have chosen. When their fates are sealed, return here for the next step to be revealed.
Alright. There's two choices here. And this is probably going to have a very drastic change on how the story goes. I'll be honest, I just want to do it because I can. So I'll do it. Fuck it. I'm doing this because it can get really, really interesting, but if I have to abandon King Arthur to do it, I probably won't. But we'll see.
I know. Return when it is done.
Alright. The mark of of the plague. Curse marked with the symbol of the plague. It should be in the hands of those destined for the Red Death. But, yeah, it seems like, the task begins. Oh, we should, drop that jar, actually. There you go. In fact, if I go into my ingredients here, let's consume that. That gets us 5 additional mana. That's never a bad thing. How is our HP? We got 174. That's not bad. Okay. Make sure we got everything here. Yep, there we go. Just had to check to make sure. But yeah, no, we've now got a quest to corrupt a few individuals here, so they are destined for the Red Death. So, might as well pass on the fools, as it were. We were kind to the lady after all. You're gonna save here. Una, I've been sent to deliver this to you.
The plague's mark. So, it has come for me at last. I always knew it would. I prayed for my family, but never for myself. Perhaps this is why.
Is there anything you wish me to do?
No. My prayers are said. My heart is prepared. Thank you for bringing me this warning. It's more than most receive. Go now. Death will come when it's ready. There's no need for you to linger and watch.
Alright. That's one of them. And now for the other. Be able to go through there, so I guess we just go around. We'll clamber on through here, use the rocks to get up to here, and up we go. Easy peasy. It's just a delivery quest, it seems. I thought I was gonna have to reverse pickpocket onto them. But I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, we go. Ignatius?
Do you hear it? The silence, from which the word shall emerge.
Well, the one has instructed me to pass this on to you.
This mark? No. But I don't understand. I was told to wait. An empty shell. Just as it was said. Why are you doing this to me? Why, when I gave you such a wondrous gift?
I'm sorry, Ignatius. This was the path destined for you.
It's hard to hold faith in destiny when staring at the mark of the plague. But I must remain strong. I must remain the hollow shell, perfectly obedient. I am a corpse, anyway. Go now. Let me think.
Very well. And that's that. We get out of here. Let's go talk with the one. And we'll see what happens from there. But that does mean that we still only have one mark left, if I recall correctly. So if we go into... Yeah, we still got one mark of the plague, so I guess that's probably for us, I would assume. Or perhaps it's something I should be giving to somebody else, but I'm not sure. Who knows? But it's very clear that we own one of the marks. Whether that's a good or bad thing, I have no idea. We'll just have to see.
You are back.
It's done.
Ignatius. Una. These souls have taken their first steps onto the path that leads to the embrace of the bleeding heart of the plague. Soon they will begin their final act.
One last mark of the plague remains.
Give it to me. Seal my fate as well.
What happens next?
You shall begin your final march toward your destiny. You will witness what was ordained for you long ago, from the moment you first arrived at the island asylum.
How do you know I was at the island asylum?
I can feel it. You were sick. You carried the plague. It was your destiny. Fate, however, steered your path in another direction. For a time. Yet here you are, a lost child, making its way home.
What will happen to you?
Like Una, I shall find silence. I shall finally catch my breath. I cannot wait for that moment.
Here is the symbol.
And so, my final act unfolds. Let us close our eyes together.
Now, I will say this. I've not gone through this before, so anything can happen. Anything, I mean. God, this is grim. Okay, nobody's here. There used to be somebody here as well. Yeah, there used to be two people here, but it seems like they've left now. go in here, I suppose. Casually crawl there. I'm surprised my little pet is here as well, but you know, I guess that's just how it is. I guess we go down here. Across. Into here. Which leads us into the pit down below. I think we've been here before. This didn't exist before, though. To Asylum. Alright, let's begin. Go into our bag. Let's go into consumables here. Consume that. Alright, let's do this. See ya. Got the Plague Wraith gear. I'm keeping that, if only for aesthetic. Let's save here. Because I am devoted to this path now. I guess we go this way. That's a surprisingly easy boss if that was it. But, who knows? We just have to be the strongest. That's all it comes down to. Go over here. Good thing we've been practicing our hops. Else we'd be in a worse position for ourselves. Who's that? Let's see.
I'm sorry, Wanderer, but you cannot rest here. Not yet. I sense my brother's soul within you. The pull of his destiny is stronger than any of our desires.
You're Arthur's sister.
I am. Well, his half-sister. A very important distinction at court. To Arthur, though, I was always just sister. The one he liked, not only loved. I stood by his side, listened to him, and spoke my mind when he needed it. And when the visions came, I was the only one who understood. They weren't just madness. My poor brother. I couldn't bear to see him suffer. There was little I wouldn't do if it meant I could help him.
What visions are you talking about?
They came with the plague. The land was ravaged by sickness. And Arthur's mind was plagued by waking nightmares. He heard a voice, clear as any other, calling to him, relentlessly, day and night, begging him to return to Avalon. Oh, but how does one return to a place they have never seen before? He'd come to me in the dead of night, afraid he was going mad. But I knew better. I heard it too, though faintly. To me, they were merely echoes of a distant despair.
And did you manage to help your brother?
In a way, I think I did, but even now I'm not sure. I followed the visions, though most of the court thought I'd lost my mind, or that I'd secretly caught the Red Death and it had taken over my senses. Sir Estor was one of the very few who believed me, and the only one brave enough to join me on my pilgrimage to a plague-ridden land. The visions showed me a place of beginnings, bathed in creeping scarlet. So, that's where we went.
What did you find?
The bleeding heart of the plague. With every step, the voice grew louder. And when I finally saw it, it felt as though it was beating inside my own chest. Each heartbeat was like a knife twisting. A festering wound that could never heal. That's when I understood. The homelands are lost, and Avalon is truly our only salvation.
Can you tell me more about the bleeding heart of the plague?
There was something almost human about it, and yet it was so terribly alien. It was like staring at your own reflection in a distorted mirror. Everything seemed familiar, yet profoundly wrong. I've had centuries to reflect on it, and I think I've almost uncovered the truth. A truth that's both simple and devastating. The heart is a grief made manifest. The sorrow of a mother who lost her child.
So the heart, the grief, and the plague are interlinked with each other.
Undoubtedly, yes. These are three aspects that could not exist without one another. There was a heart, struck by immense grief. That grief gave birth to a force as untamable, as relentless as the plague. I believe that there's no cure for such matters, except time. And time is a luxury only we humans have.
Is there anything that can be done about it?
I don't know. I thought leading Arthur to Avalon would keep us safe. But then it followed us here, too. I'm not sure there's anything we can do to cure a bleeding heart. For a being that exists outside of time, with only a rudimentary grasp of mortality, there's no such thing as an end. I doubt she wants everyone else to suffer with her. She just doesn't know how to stop.
So your seeing the heart was why you left the homelands?
I saw that staying meant death for all of us. Nothing in the homelands could stop the plague. And the voice, it kept calling night and day, promising safety on Avalon's shores. Arthur once told me it sometimes felt familiar to him, though he could never say why. Even then, he wasn't sure if he could trust it. But after I returned with Estor, he didn't hesitate anymore. We sailed for Avalon, and the voice led us straight to its shores.
Are you a prisoner here?
You could say that. One way or another, every prophet becomes a captive to their followers. Some chains are just more visible than others. The Red Priests like to call me theirs. So, theirs I must remain.
How did you end up becoming the prophet of the Red Church?
After we left the homelands, people started listening to me. Not just to my brother. It was terrifying, stepping out of his shadow. But I did my best to guide them. You see, no one becomes a prophet on their own. They're made by the people who need someone to follow. I became what they needed. Sometimes a guiding hand, other times a whip over their heads.
I see. What should I do now?
Keep going. Take it from someone who has lived far too long. Some decisions are out of your hands. You just have to make the best of what's left. You'll do fine. You're in excellent company, after all. And Arthur, I'm sorry I can't stand by your side this time. But know you're always in my heart, brother. This is for both of you. May we all find peace at the end of this path. Please, take care of my brother. Now go. There's nothing more for you here.
That is surprisingly deep. Okay. So yeah, the Heart of the Plague, and it seems that his half-sister had become a goddess of some kind? You were meant to die. The Red Death already claimed you once, and your fate was sealed in fever and ruin. Yet by chance, or perhaps something far worse, you were spared. Then you returned to the place where agony once held you in its grip. And as before, you left it changed. The lament breaks most, leaving them shattered, but you've learned to wield it for your own purpose. You have unlocked the Red Death skill tree. Probably one of the biggest things that you're going to get. In addition, we also managed to get a few things. We got the Crimson Crusher, which is a nice weapon. We also got some armor pieces, such as the Plague Wraith Head, Plague Wraith Armor. We got a few things, like the Prophet's Cowl, which increases spell power by 100% when below 13% max health. You also got Magic Critical Chance with the Elusive Robe. Magic Critical Chance by 100% when below 13% max health. So if you can upgrade this enough and you go to low health constantly, you could be an insane glass cannon. Increases max mana by 100 when below 13% health. I'm not sure how you're supposed to get to that low health, but I'm sure there is ways you can do it. You can increase your max health by 50% by using that. Prophet's Boots, mana so yeah, the Prophet's gear is very good when you're at low health. So that's probably something that you got to use bleed builds for. I'm imagining, at the very least. But I digress. We've achieved it. And I guess for now, what we'll do is we'll go to the bonfire and level up. Before, though, we're going to talk with Arthur here. About Kai.
My sister. I didn't think I'd ever see her again. She was gone. I've always felt like I failed her. I was her older brother, and it was my responsibility to protect her. And yet, she ended up taking care of me. And she paid dearly for it.
How do you feel about Kai being the prophet of the Red Church?
I'm still not sure. Kai always stepped into whatever role was needed and made it fit her perfectly. Blind devotion was never something she sought, but if she thought it served a purpose, I know she wouldn't hesitate. I want to see her only as my beloved sister, but that was never all she was.
Paul's life back in the homelands didn't seem very happy.
A half-sibling is only halfway to being a bastard, even if acknowledged. Like Morgaine, Kai wasn't well respected at court. But unlike Morgaine, she never met disdain with more disdain. Just pity. The narrow-mindedness of others usually only saddened her.
Your sisters seem... You sound like you admire Kai.
I do. I always have. She always stayed calm, no matter what was thrown at her. I don't think I ever saw her hesitate. When she made a decision, she was certain. I miss her presence and her counsel. Maybe things would have turned out differently if she'd been by my side.
The sisters seem very different from each other.
Morgaine was proud, and she wore that pride like spiky armor. She was also stubborn, never able to admit she was wrong. Kai was different. Softer, but not weak. Quietly unyielding, full of unwavering conviction. Sometimes I envied her for that. But most of the time I was simply grateful.
I see. And he decides to linger for a little bit. We're going to increase our endurance here. And let's see, skill tree. Let's go check out the Red Death. We've only got 2 categories for the Red Death. That is survival and combat. Combat. Cry and pain. Losing 1% of max health grants a stack of lament. Lament increases damage dealt by 0.4% with a maximum of 100 stacks. So the lower your health, the more damage you deal. Killing an enemy grants 10 stacks of lament. Increase the delay before lament starts to decay by 50%. Increase max lament stacks by 50%. Critical hits grant 2 lament stacks. Start every fight with 15 stacks of lament. Dealing damage to an enemy has a 25% chance to grant a stack of lament. And for survival, you cannot lose more than 50% of your max health from a single hit. And prevent death once. It renews after resting at a fueled bonfire. So, yeah. I think it's pretty obvious what we're going to go for. We're probably going to invest heavily into the Red Death, given its quality and what it can do. But of course, we've still got to pressure into this. But before that, I do want to go into Cry into Pain. And getting Grieve Thy Enemies might even be worth considering. But the Cry in Pain is definitely what we need to go with. Because if we can at least get 10... Yeah, so it's 0.4, keep in mind. But at 10 stacks, that is a 4% increase, and it's only going to get better, I do believe. So we are going to grab it, and we are on the first step to Red Death. But I digress. We have made significant progress, and I cannot deny we're doing quite well for ourselves. And to think, we've only done a third, if not a quarter of the map so far. We've still got this whole area to do, We've got this whole area to do, and a lot more here and there. But I digress. We have done quite a lot, and I am quite satisfied with the results. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I will see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.